Chicken Marsala. It's an Italian dish where you use Marsala wine to create a delicious sauce that you serve with pan-fried chicken. Sounds good, right? Let me show you how to make it. Alright, so we're going to start with 2 large chicken breasts and just going to cut these in half. It'll make 4 pieces. It's going to make them a little thinner, a little easier to cook. These started out about 1 inch thick, and so cutting them in half makes them about a ½ inch thick each. Next thing you want to do is season both sides with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Now in a large skillet over medium-high heat, you just want to coat the bottom with olive oil. Yeah, make sure you get enough in there. I'm using a 10-inch skillet. I think that was I'd say probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom, as you can see there. Now we'll start the dredging process. It's just completely plain white flour, using all-purpose here, and it's completely unseasoned. The chicken's already seasoned itself. You put that salt and pepper on it already, and just a light coating on that chicken. It's not, we're not going for the country style fried chicken. It's more of just a really, really light coating on the outside, just to give it just a little extra crispiness. Once you've repeated the process with all 4 chicken breasts, let them sit for about, say, 2 minutes, and you can check them like that. If you get that golden brown going, that's when you want to go ahead and give them a flip. So I let mine go for about 2 minutes and then gave them a flip. So while the chicken's going, we'll go ahead and get started on that sauce. So you're going to use 1 large shallot. If you can't find a large shallot or shallots at all, you could replace that with maybe a medium onion or half of a large onion. So we'll just go ahead and peel that, and then we're going to dice it up or chop it up into small pieces. Make sure that you keep checking on your chicken while you're, chopping up your veggies. These went for about another 2 minutes. Just gave them another quick flip, and as you can see, they're starting to get like really, really good kind of a golden brown crust in the bottom. Now that the chicken is flipped, we'll go ahead and get back into the sauce. So I've got about 2 cups of mushrooms here. I'm just removing the stems. You don't have to. It's just something that I've always done. And once you've got all the stems removed, if you choose to do that, then go ahead and slice them up into pretty thin slices. And like I said, just make sure you keep checking on that chicken. So even one more flip here, and you can see that both sides have got that good golden brown. So these are ready. So I'll go ahead and cut the heat off and remove them from the stove. A lot of times you see chicken marsala served with either roasted potatoes or mashed potatoes. I like mine with pasta, so I'm just gonna get some spaghetti going here. So remove the chicken from the pan and let it rest. And as you can see, there's little brown bits in the pan. That's a good thing. You want to keep those in there. What it is it's called fond, and it's just a little bit of the not burnt, but just kind of brown flour and bits and stuff like that. And it's going to create a roux, technically, in the pan itself. So by doing that, you just add about 2 tablespoons of butter. I did a little glug of olive oil, some salt and pepper, and added those shallots in. Once the shallots have been going for a second, add a tablespoon of chopped garlic into the pan. I'm gonna let the garlic go for a second, and then we'll go ahead and add in all of those mushrooms. Once the mushrooms have cooked down a little bit, you're gonna introduce the star of the show, which is Marsala wine. So I added in about I'd say about 2 cups, honestly, quite a bit. You want to make sure that you get enough to kind of coat and cover all of those vegetables, and so they can really just soak up all of that flavor. And you're gonna let that simmer on probably about a medium heat for a couple minutes. You just want to kind of cook out the alcohol. So while the pasta is cooking, go ahead and add in 1 cup of stock. I used vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock if you like. Just add that into the sauce, and it's gonna add more volume to it and also bring out some more flavor. Now we've got some flat leaf Italian parsley, and this is just gonna be for color, really just for presentation. It's optional. It does add a little bit of like a fresh brightness to the dish, and that's one of the things that I really like about it. After a few minutes, you can see the sauce has reduced down completely. I let it go a little bit too long. It got a little too dry. So all I did is just add in another half cup of that stock. And then once you let that reduce down a little bit more, as you can see here, if you run your spatula across the bottom, you should be able to see the pan through the bottom. And that's the thickness you're going for. The sauce is completely done now. You can check it for seasoning if you'd like. If you want to add a little more salt or a little more pepper, you can go ahead and do that. And we'll just go ahead and start getting ready to plate. So the chicken, I just like to slice it into little pieces. You don't have to. You could leave the breast whole. I just think it's easier to eat this way, and it's good for presentation. Also, I wanted to show you guys just how juicy that chicken is. All right, so for plating, I just put a bed of pasta down and then put the chicken on top. Then you're gonna go and add your Marsala sauce on top of that. And then I just did a little bit of olive oil just to finish it. And then I went in with the fresh parsley as well. And there you have it, chicken marsala. It's really easy to make and even easier to clean up. We only used 1 pan, so that's definitely a bonus. Make sure you give this recipe a try and comment down below and let me know how it works out for you. I know you're gonna love it. Also, if you want, take a picture of it and tag me on Instagram. It's @cookingwithkyo. I'll also be a link in the description. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment and let me know what other recipes you guys wanna see. Thanks.